Hey guys, so just wanted to make this quick video in regards to how to pretty much validate and identify a cipher pattern. So mainly, you are going to use two tools, which is the fifth retracement tool and the trend-based fifth extension. So the first criteria is finding that impulsive move, which is always going to be that X to A move. So using your favorite retracement tool, you're always going to start from the X to identify the B point. So you start from X to A, and that B point, in order to be valid, it needs to hit the 38.2, but cannot exceed the 61.8. So just a couple scenarios. So as you can see on this example, the B point exceeded the 38.2, which is valid. It seems like it tagged the 50%, and that's still a valid B point. So if the price on B point would have tagged the 61.8 and then return back, that would also be a valid B point. So the way that it's not valid is if B point or the price on B point exceeds the 61.8. So it cannot go past the 61.8. So with that being said, the B point it's valid. So now that we pretty much validate the B point, now we are going to identify the C point, and the C point it's found by using the fifth extension. We always start with the X point. So because this is a fifth extension, it requires 3 steps. So we go from X to A, back to X. So the criteria for the C point is that it must at least touch the 127.2 and cannot exceed the 141.4. So the C point could tag the 141.4 and then come back up. That will be that will still considered to be a valid C point. Also, price could wick through the 141.4 as long as the body of the candle doesn't close beneath the 141.4. That will still be a valid C point. So if it wickes through the 141.4, it's still a valid C point. It just cannot the candle cannot close below it. So the C point criteria is met. Now that we have established B point and C point, the next step is to identify D point, and D point always completes at the 78.6. And the way you pretty much find a D is by using your fifth retracement tool from X to C. and there it is, 78.6. I'm gonna show you another example. Okay. So again, we use the field retracement tool to identify B from X to A. And remember, the criteria for the B point needs to be a minimum of 38.2, which we meet. For once that's validated, we use the fifth extension from X to A and back to X. So 127.2, that's where pretty much the C points stop. And it seems like there's some bearish momentum still. So I wouldn't be surprised if price comes further than where price is at right now. And to find that D, we use the fit retracement tool from X to A. Then we are looking for that 78.6 to complete the D. So there's another example. So we always, like I said, we always start with X point. To find the B. So we go from X to A. And remember, the minimum for the B point is that 38.2, which is met. Now to find the C point, we use the fifth extension. Remember, it requires 3 steps, so we go from X to A, back to X. So I'm actually anticipating price to come down due to that still bearish momentum before it picks up. So this zone right here, it's where pretty much is a kill zone to where the C point will end on this cipher. So to find that D, we go from X to C. Since this is a valid C, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna end my fib retracement here. Although, like I said, there's potential for price to still come down before it completes that C point. So that's the cipher. And now I'm gonna show you guys a easier or faster method to identify the cipher. So the fastest way that I have found, actually I found this method today just by drawing them. So I'm gonna use the fifth extension from X to A, back to X, and I already have it configured to the way I want it. So I'm gonna open that template. So I name it Cypher Pattern. So basically, since this is the fifth retracement, this 61.8 is actually the 38.2, and this 38.2 is actually the 61.8. I put the so basically this fifth level right here uh, tells me that if it goes over it, it's going to be a invalid B point for that cipher. So that's the reason why I have it here. And I just pretty much play with this fifth level to find that D point, which in reality is 78.6. So again, this right here, it's the kill zone for that C. I'm gonna go into my settings. If you guys wanna copy what I have for this template. So I'm using the 38.2, the 61.8, and this pretty much to find the B point, and the 1.414 and 1.272 to find the C point. The 1.618 is not necessary, and the 0.28 to find the D point delta. So I'm gonna show you the other pairs that we just went through, but with this better method or easier method to find the cipher or confirm it. So we go from X to A using the fifth retracement tool. Fifth extension tool. So we go from X to A, back to X, so as you can see, that B point does meet the 38.2. it hits the 127.2, which is the minimum for that C point, and I'm expecting price to rise. Not necessarily from where it is right now, but from this area right here, since this is the kill zone for that C point, the PRC, potential reversal zone. And again, that 28%, it's actually the 78.6. If you use your fit retracement tool from X to A, correction from X to C. See, 78.6. But instead of using the fit retracement and then the fifth extension and then the fifth retracement again, I'm just using one tool. So again, I'm gonna use the fifth extension from X to A, back to X. So that B point requirement is met. It's actually 38.2 if you use the original method, which is from using the fib retracement from X to A, which gives you that 38.2. Same thing for Euro USD. It seems like there's still bearish momentum, but the kill zone for that PRC on the C point, it's this zone right here. Expecting price to come to this zone and then rise from there. So again, that D point completes at the 78.6. Which is right here. Or the 28 points, the 28 fib level using the fifth extension. So that's it, guys. Hope you learned something from this video.